Hello 11th standard, welcome to the computers class. In this video we will study about the fundamental of computers. Fundamental means the basic of a computer. What a computer is, we'll understand what are the components of a computer, what are the input devices, output devices, what are the processing devices of a computer. So in an introduction, we'll study that a computer is a programmable machine designed to perform arithmetic and logical operation automatically and subsequently or sequentially on the input given by the user and gives the desired output after processing. So it is an electronic machine which receives the input from a user and then process it and gives us some meaningful information. Means it receives the input in a raw form, then after processing it gives us a meaningful information of that input, and which is in a readable, reusable or a usable format for a user, and it has some value. So a computer components are divided into two major categories, namely hardware and a software. So basically a computer is divided into two this basic category. One is hardware and software, and obviously whatever we see through our eyes and all the components of a computer which are tangible or we can touch those devices are called the hardware, and the software is the program that we feed into a computer through some operating systems or external medias, and which gives the information or instruction to this hardware and makes our work done. So we are going to study about this in detail. So the basic idea is to understand that the computer is made up of two major components, which are hardware and software. So hardware is a machine itself, and its connected devices such as monitor, keyboard, mouse, etc. And software are the set of programs that make use of hardware for performing various functions. So all those hardware we have just discussed that about a monitor. In a image in your textbook we can see all these are the hardwares like LCD monitor we have nowadays. We are provided with the LED monitors, and then we have a cabinet in which we have a CPU, then we have a speaker, keyboard, mouse, then we have a printer, okay, then scanners, web cameras. These all are the hardware devices, okay, and all these hardwares are made to work by the instruction feed it into a software, okay, that also we are going to study now. So definition of a computer would be as a computer is an electronic device that takes input or data from user, process it according to the given instruction and gives the output to the user. So the computer will process the information, the data that is being fed into it by a user, and it will process the data according to the user's instruction. So whatever the user want, in whatever the way he want, the computer is going to process it for them, okay. So for this computer applies one golden rule which is called IPU. So all the computers that we know that we have seen so far as work with a cycle called IPO cycle, which means input, process, and output. So first thing we have to do while working in a computer is to feed the data into a computer, because without feeding a data or without inputting a data into a computer, nothing we are going to get from the computer, because first it needs to be fed by input, then it will process that data and it will give us an output. So the cycle will always be like IPO, input, process, and output. So here we can understand it by a diagram that input is been fed by entering a data into a computer, then the processor of the computer will process it and give us a meaningful output in the form of an information, okay. And next, the data is a raw material of information. Data could be anything, anything which is in raw form which cannot be used directly by the user, and we need to get it processed. So it is called a data, and information means the result that we get out of data when it is processed by a computer. So information, a proper collection of data is called information. So characteristics of computer. What is the characteristics of computer? Why computer? Why we should use computer? So because of these following characteristics, we are using more and more computers these days. And these characteristics are the speed. Because of the speed of a computer, computer works at a very high speed, and the speed of a computer cannot be matched by any human being. So the next is the accuracy. The not only the speed, but the accuracy is also major advantage of a computer, because um, whatever it calculates for us is almost at 100% accurate accuracy rate. Diligence means the capability to perform continuous tasks without uh, getting lethargic. So computer does not take any rest. So it has a efficiency of and the capability of working for long hours without taking any rest. So it has a speed, it has an accuracy, and it is also very diligent. And the storage capacity and the memory of a computer is very huge. The storage capacity, the large amount of data can be stored into a computer. So this is again one of the characteristics of a computer. Then because it has a speed, now it has also has a accuracy, it has got a diligence, then a storage capacity is there. So because of all these features, the computer automatically become a versatile. So it is a versatile device. So versatility is also a feature of a computer or a characteristics of a computer, because it is capable of multitasking. So it can perform many tasks at one time. So we can enjoy multimedia, word processing, printing, communication jobs. We can communicating job means we can use it for chatting. Nowadays we are performing the video conferencing, and textual communication is going on through computers, so it can perform a many tasks for us. So because of this feature, it is called the versatile device. The next is reliability. The result that the computer gives us is very reliable. Means we can rely on that. Means we do not have any doubts on the result or the output given by a computer. So it is always reliable. Okay. Then the computer is a reliable electronic multipurpose and multiprocessing machine. So power of remembering. So again, it comes under the memory, because whatever is once fed into a computer, it is forever, unless we ourselves will delete it. So once the data is fed into a computer, it remains in it forever. A computer can store and recall large amount of information or data. The only disadvantage of a computer is that it doesn't have any feeling, and it has artificial IQ. It does not have a natural intelligence. It does not have a feeling, means the computer has no feelings. Means even if you are working in a computer for last 10-15 years, and in any case if you forget your password, so it will not allow you to work. In that case, you can't say that uh, I've been using you for the last 15 years. Please allow me to work without a password. So it will not allow you. So it does not have a failing. Okay. So that way it is a good thing also, because it cannot be fooled by this means of without having a failing. So means these are all the characteristic of a computer. Then application of a computer. So application of a computer means what are the usages of computer, where we can use computer, in which field we can use computer. So a very common field nowadays is education. So computer are used in education field. The computer helps in providing a lot of facilities in the education system now. During this pandemic, the way we are meeting ourselves, the way we are providing the education, the way you are getting the education is all because of the computer, no? So it is helping us to gain the information, gain the knowledge. So it thanks to the computer. So in field of education, it is very useful and very effective also. So next is business. Computers are used in business organization. They are used in keeping records for daily sales and profit, and for many other work also. Computer is very helpful in this field, and many companies rely on the working of a computers only. There are many companies which are based on the knowledge and the efficiency of a computer itself. Next is a banking. Banking again is another field where most of the work is done by the computers. So these days no manual transaction is taking place. All the computing devices are being used, and online transaction is been done, and the ATMs, these all features are in use because of the computers. So computer are used in banking sectors also. Bank provides the facility like online accounting facility, which includes current balances, deposit, overdraft, intercharge, interest charges, shares, and trustee records. Everything is kept into a computer. So it is one of the most uh, reliable device in a banking field. Next is in healthcare. Computers are used in hospitals. It is also used in scanning and diagnosing different diseases like ECG, EEG, ultrasound, and CT scans, etc. And also done by the computerized machine. Now, you must have seen in many hospitals or in medical labs, we have the computer, and they are taking care of all these scanning processes on the patient. So there also we see a computer. Then in the field of science and technology, computers are used in the field of science, field of stimulate experiments which are dangerous to perform in real life. So whatever we cannot do in a real life can be simulated using a computer. That with a simulation we can have a real life experience. So in the field of science also we can see the uses of computer. So computer is almost in all the field today. So in the government, computers plays an important role in the government services. Computer is useful to government sector in maintaining census record, vehicle registration record, voter list, driving license, land record, etc. So e-governance is the word we use these days, because e-governance means electronic governance, where we have everything uh, accessed by the use of computer. So government also institute government is also using the computer more and more, and letting it people use more and helping a computer, helping people to get use of a computer. So in field of communication, computers are most efficient and the cheapest communication way for long distance. Some main areas in this category are email. You must know what an email is. With the help of email we can send messages energy free. Chatting, we can chat, online conversation, textual conversation with the user and with any of our friends. Then we have a usenet, we have a FTP, file transfer protocol, then we have a telnet and a video conferencing. So these all are the different ways of communicating with our friends, with our clients, with our offices. And so you see the computer has been in all the field in today's date. So all the field we use computers. So these are the various field where we can see the computers. So it is almost in all the field. And so today we have studied about the computer, the basic of a computer, the fundamental of a computer, the components of a computer, the main component of a computer like has hardware and the software, then the features of the characteristics of a computer, advantages of a computer, disadvantages of a computer, and the application of a computer. Application means also the usages of a computer where we can use a computer. So this is for today, and in our next video we will study about the block diagram of a computer. So till then, keep safe and stay healthy. Thank you very much. Take care.